Very up and down. Offense with a very good first drive, and then didn't do a lot the rest of the first half. Defense came back after that first drive, played extremely well, and I think what you saw probably in general is what usually happens, unfortunately, is you get a lot of hyped freshmen that come in here. They're excited for their first time in here, coming down the tunnel, and can't line up and make mistakes that the guys do. And so it's why it was so important to have these games like this, because we need so many of these guys to play for us, as opposed to just go through normal scrimmages, to put them in this format so they get this out of their system, making these mistakes as they did, like freshman mistakes. So we'll work these out of our system hopefully and find some of those guys who can help us play. I thought, on defense, Jawanza Starling early on really showed up with some big hits, which is exactly what we need him to do. His tackle better like he did today, and Deion Bailey back-to-back interceptions. Made the move look pretty good as far as moving him down a linebacker to get a more athletic guy there to help in the pass game. So defensively, I think what stood out at halftime, we took out, and it was already scheduled before, so it wasn't anything to do with how the game was going. Devon Kennard, Nick Perry, Wes Horton, Christian Atupu, TJ McDonald, and Nikel Roby, and Chris Gallipo. And so we got a chance to see some other guys play during the second half. On offense, got Amir Carlisle there at the end, showed up again. Bryce Butler showed up, which was great to see. And Kyle Prater looked like a freshman, so some good things to work on. But obviously we have a lot of work to do.
Did Demetrius Wright's injury look like a major thing, or?
It looked like one. Kind of put everybody in the tank there for a little bit, but it is just a hip pointer, and that will not be a big deal, fortunately. So that was great news.
Can you assess Kessler's play today?
Yeah, I thought Cody played really well. I think which speaks for probably what he is, which is a gamer. He's not the guy that walks on the field and warm-ups and blows you away. There's been a lot of guys like that that have been great quarterbacks, and so he was a great high school quarterback, and he showed it again today with great numbers today. And a lot of that has to do with his work ethic, the way he approaches the game. He's very, very mature in his approach to being great.
How about Dylan Baxter?
Yeah, that Dylan looked really good. He didn't have a lot of, just giant holes and made guys miss, took care of the ball. Dylan's right where we want him to be. He's completely changed off the field from being around us by his approach to the game, by being early. Has not been an issue one time for the people downstairs all summer. Has not been an issue for us all camp, and so hopefully that maintains, and he's bigger, stronger, faster. So it's good.
Does he embrace the kind of one cut and go versus dancing kind of philosophy?
We've been very hard on Dylan for obvious reasons, but to give Dylan credit, Dylan has responded in all areas. He's doing things the Trojan way. He's doing things right off the field, and then on the field he's responding by finishing on the sidelines better, by being a one-cut runner, which is what you have to do in college football. You can't do the high school stuff anymore. So he's been really good this camp.
Is he leading the competition? Feel that?
I don't want to say he's necessarily leading. We started DJ today. If we were to play right now, and we were going into our second game, he'd probably start based off of DJ putting that ball on the ground early on like that. So. But they're very, very close, and Amir, as you see, continues to do things right. He did not come in here and do what a lot of the other freshmen did, which was make mistakes.
Do you see Prater as a short yardage guy? He seemed to be that guy in the first half on all the catches he made.
Not necessarily. Kyle can hopefully develop into the big X's that have been here before that kind of do everything, make plays down the field as well as short stuff. And he came out here and did what freshmen usually do. Dropped the ball, ran a wrong route, and so on. He'll get better.
Any impressions of the offensive line, specifically the guard spots?
Probably too hard to tell. I know that we struggled on the right side in pass protection there on third down, gave up a sack on 3rd and 10. So that's going to be something we're going to have to work on, not just with the guards, but the right side in general. Kevin hadn't played that much either.
Do you anticipate Andre Walker getting more looks at right guard?
I don't know that yet. We're going to go back and see where we're at, after this game, take everything into account. And that'll also depend on how well the guards played in there too. Whether we leave him at tackle or whether we put him in the competition inside.
What do you think of Barkley's performance today?
I thought, there was a disappointing play that sticks out. He tries to throw the slug over here to the right towards the end of the first half, kind of back to frustration of not having great success. I thought he commanded the guy. It's a totally different reason than everybody else. And you saw we took him out at halftime. We had four penalties the next series, you know, and I think 3 of them were procedure. So you see the lineman jump, but there's a lot that goes to that, and so his command of the offense is very good, and I'll have to look at the rest of it.
Xavier Grimble didn't play today?
No, Xavier, his neck was bothering him really tight this morning. They x-rayed it, was negative, but they held him out.
Thanks.
All right.